AI is like your kids. It knows exactly how and when to embarrass you. So a huge thank you to the Wellington M365 User Group for having me along today. I had the best time hanging out with you guys. Now, I got a massive teachable moment during my demo when my agent replied to a fictional customer and said, "I'm sorry you're feeling grumpy today." Oh my gosh, no, not appropriate. Why would you do that? Now, despite the fact that I had egg all over my face from my agent replying to a fictional customer in that way, this actually created 3 massive lessons about AI governance that I'm going to share with you all. So, number 1, when you are implementing AI in your organization, you need to define from the head end who's allowed to do what with the AI. What are they allowed to build? What data are they allowed to touch? This way, you have control over it. You don't have rogue agents going out and doing crazy stuff that you wouldn't necessarily want them to be doing. Number 2, identify natural breakpoints in the process where humans can step in and review and approve what the AI's produced before the process moves on. So for example, if we get an email from a customer and AI is composing the response, before we send that response, have a human review what the AI is composed before we send it on to the customer. That way we avoid embarrassing situations like the agent saying, "I'm sorry you're feeling grumpy today." And then number 3, constantly iteratively review the agent's job description vis-a-vis its outputs. So in the example today where my agent replied to the fictional customer, whose fault was it that it replied inappropriately? Well, guess what? It's my fault because I told the agent, reply empathetically. And the test email that I sent in started with, "I'm feeling grumpy today, blah, blah, blah." Well, the agent's trying to empathize. And so it says, "Hey, I'm sorry you're feeling grumpy today." It doesn't know that it's inappropriate to say something like that in a professional context because I've not told it that, right? I need to, in its job description, not only tell it what I want it to do, but I need to be informing it with what I don't want it to do. Don't say things like that. And so this is going to be an iterative process. As you build your agents, you're going to need to constantly review the job description and what is it doing? Hey, do more of this, do less of that, don't do that at all. This is an important thing to get right. And again, this is why we want to build those natural breakpoints into the process so humans can review what the agents are doing. And then as the job description gets more comprehensive, as the results from the agent become more reliable, then humans can start to drop out of the process and we can start to automate more and more of this. But for the time being, you definitely want to have those natural breakpoints and you want to be constantly iterating on the agent's job description to make sure that it's not doing things that you don't want it to do because you never told it. All right, so those are the 3 massive teachable moments that I got today. Make sure that you've defined who's allowed to do what. Make sure you've identified those natural breakpoints in your process for the humans to intervene, and make sure that you are constantly iterating over the agent's job description vis-a-vis its outputs so that you get better quality outputs in the future. Thanks again to the Wellington M365 User Group for having me along today. I had the best time with you all. Go do something awesome in Copilot Studio today, and I'll talk to you all soon.